Holy smokes! Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, geeks and gamers, the 199. Good morning and welcome to another installment of Geeks and Gamers Daily on a Wednesday with the S++ tier team. We're back, baby, and better than ever. You better fucking believe it. Good morning. I hope you have your coffee. I hope you have your slippers on, your SpongeBob robe, your hair's kicked back. I'm speaking for the ladies. For the men, I don't really care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, has Beardo been to my house? How does he know I have a SpongeBob robe? What is going on right now?
You have a SpongeBob robe?
I do, yeah.
It's actually kind of cool.
It's all in here. Good morning, guys. Thank you guys for being here. We are joined by the regular Wednesday crew. Only the best of the best, the cream of the crop. What up, Steph, my nerdy home? How you doing?
Hey, I just realized that my lights aren't on. So how's it going? While everyone else is doing their intro, I'm gonna go turn on my lights.
Awesome. X-Wing 5, how you doing, brother?
What's up? I'm exhausted, bro.
You had a busy week?
It was a real busy week, and then to cap it all off, PlayStation's out there giving us 5's a bad name. You know what I mean?
Oh.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah. There's definitely some stinkers from the state of play yesterday, but there's also some stuff to look forward to.
Hey, Ace Combat is like my series. I love Ace Combat.
I think there is. Between Until Dawn 2, Ill, and Hearts of the Wolverine game, I think that there is stuff to be looking forward to. I do. But
gotcha.
I think it's 50% shit, 50% good. It's like a poop cookie.
It's like a poop cookie.
It's like a poop cookie. Yeah.
Eat around it.
You just eat around the shit.
You're not supposed to do that, but
Epic Mike, how you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm doing well. You know, like you said, the cream of the crop. I wish I had like I've been meaning to just start getting like a handful of creamers just to have them there. You know, just so that when you say it, you like pull it up, because some of the most iconic like promos ever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
What you like a little your Colts thing?
Yeah, well, have you ever seen one day I'll show the cream of the crop speech from Randy or Macho Man, Randy Savage?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he starts talking.
I've seen
and they didn't know it. Yeah, and he just starts pulling out coffee creamers because he stole a bunch of them. Yeah, he stole a bunch of them off the craft table and didn't tell anybody he was going to do that. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend. So no, I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to be here. You know, I know we got some interesting stuff to talk about. So
we have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah. Got a lot of interesting things to talk about today.
Yeah.
Peter, did you see the footage from the set of Superman, Man of Tomorrow, with Nicholas Hoult in the...
I did see. He's looking like Buzz Lightyear.
What?
That was the first thing that crossed my mind, and I'm scrolling, and then I see Steph tweet, and Steph tweeted that he looked like Buzz Lightyear. And I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one that thinks Lex Luthor in his power suit looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Look at him right now, dude.
I gotta show it because it looks hilarious.
Let's pull it up. So we are getting some set footage from, photographers, paparazzi, and shit.
That's not good. That looks bad.
The whole time I kept thinking,
Well, and it doesn't help pause it. Rewind it a little bit.
Yeah. The whole time I kept thinking, trust the process, because this looks so bad.
Well, so rewind it to the very beginning when he's walking in front of that like little building.
Yeah, is this jingle all the way too?
Boom, right there. That looks like Disneyland, Pixar Pier, or the Toy Story Land and Hollywood Studios. And there's the Buzz Lightyear cast member. That's the Buzz Lightyear cast member getting ready to take pictures.
Yes.
Oh my God.
With families.
When you're done with your theme park meet and greet shift.
Yes.
To Infinity and Beyond.
Oh my God.
It looks
so
really, really bad.
Lex Lightyear. That's funny.
It's embarrassing, bro. Can't believe they did that.
It's gonna look. You got a friend in me,
dude.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
I applaud them for doing things practically.
Yeah.
Practical. I mean, that's very cool.
But you can still make it look cool, though.
Yeah, the design's just not hitting.
It's probably going to look super different on camera.
Well, yeah, but
probably not.
Hopefully.
The other thing is, like, we've seen this, like, with the Halo show and stuff like that. Like, these costumes and stuff are sometimes not very well designed. And cosplayers will then say, if you had just done it like this, it would have worked. So, because I guarantee there are, like, cosplayers of, like, Lex Luthor's, like, suit that look awesome. So
we can't be giving James Gunn in this Man of Tomorrow movie too many excuses and passes, because we all said the same thing about David Cornsweat's Superman suit. We were like, well, it's probably going to look better in the film. They'll fix it in post. They'll edit it out. They'll make it more form fitting. Nope, it looked exactly the same in the movie as it did in some of the behind the scenes set pictures. So I'm not giving them any fucking credit.
They kind of sort of fixed his suit. Have you seen those?
I'm not buying that either.
No, you're not.
I'm not buying it either. Yeah. I think it looks the same. I think it was the angle and some forced perspective going on. Maybe David Cornsweat's put on a little bit more pounds, thickened up for the movie. They're like, oh, it's more form fitting. The crest on his chest is bigger. The collar's different. I think it's the same exact fucking suit.
Could have put some pads in there or something.
Got a little thicker.
Thicker.
He's like, look at these muscles, Yeah. Get him on a little juice. Get him gassed up.
Yeah. Sweat, pouring sweat.
Do it. Yeah. Put him on all the steroids. I want my Superman actor to be on the steroids.
Yeah, I want my Superman gassed up and ready to go.
Yep.
What's his name? Cavill? Didn't Cavill, wasn't he cycling for Man of Steel?
I'm sure he was. Yeah.
He claims that he wasn't, but he was big, dude. I know that Henry did work really hard on that, because you can actually see him progressively getting bigger as he goes on to become Superman, versus he didn't have that drastic transformation a lot of these guys have had, where they go from 0 to 60 in like 6 months.
Yeah. Well, you look at Chris Hemsworth in the first Thor movie, and then look at him in Love and Thunder. That dude's juicing.
Yeah.
Juicing. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Henry is taking some supplements, but he claims that he did that mostly on his own. So.
Probably TRT.
Supplements.
Yeah. TRT likely, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, like you just showed, cosplay, action figures, even the concept of Zack Snyder's power suit for his Lex Luthor looks better. Yeah, man, this just looks too goofy.
Yeah. Fits right in.
Also, remember, The Rock said he was all natty.
Sure. Yeah, sure. So is Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn is totally natty. The Rock is 55 years old, and he's in better shape than he was when he was 25.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff, dude.
So, yeah, there's Lex Luthor in his war suit or power suit, whatever you want to call it.
It really does look ridiculous.
If you just put a plastic bubble over his head, you're like, oh yeah, that's Buzz.
And I like how some of the
there was an image of that with the
with the lid on, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they said it's all practical, and Nicholas Hoult can move very easily in the thing. It's very, very mobile, and you're watching him walk, and you're like, not really.
Time to go mobile.
Time to go mobile.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah, we can't be
The
giving.
very first image
There it is.
showed it.
Just put some wings on it and call it a day, dude.
Oh my God! Look at.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't be giving James Gunn any benefit of the doubt. He hasn't earned it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all. I keep wanting to trust the process and hopefully it'll look good, but
No, you
then
can't.
I went back to the very first movie and I was just like, yeah, that one just didn't look good. So this is not gonna look good.
And you saw him moving, dude. What are these fight scenes gonna look like, man?
I know. They look so bad.
And then
Oh,
you're gonna
that's
hear
it.
it. You guys
I
always say
think-
let's go practical, and now you're complaining about it. Like, well, it looks like shit.
He's gonna have the monkeys on the computer again. in his film.
Well, the monkeys built the suit. That's why it looks like crap.
I actually think there's another video of one of the stuntmen in the suit doing a stunt, so we can kind of see what it's gonna look like in fights.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Alex McCarthy with the $2. Bro Science Day, Meta PC, Beardo, Epic Mike, My Nerdy Home. Thank you, Alex. Arrow K with a $2 super chat. Andre CR with a 1,000 says, big shout out to Caleb and to John Gray. Shout out to Caleb and John Gray, baby. Thank you for the 1,000. Thundarius 5 with a 2 says, only here for the 5.
Let's go.
There we go.
It's kind of gay.
Ascendant fives.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but
It's a little
Beardo,
gay. What happened?
we just mentioned this. I want to hear your thoughts. Because this is, this character is important to us. So I just looked it up. Apparently, Henry Cavill's trainer, his name is Mark Twight, said he refused to train Henry if he was going to use steroids or any supplements.
Really?
Oh.
He says that he did it all natural. He said he did it over 9 months. He went from 175 pounds, 193.
Damn.
And he said he did it. He said that he refused to use HGH or any steroids. And he said, good, because if you were going to use them, I wouldn't train you. And he won't train people that use steroids.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't, and a lot of people wouldn't consider TRT steroids. That's just hormone replacement therapy.
I mean, that's fair.
Testosterone replacement therapy. So maybe TRT could have been involved, and they're just like, you know what? It's testosterone, Henry Cavill, whatever. But that is interesting to hear. I mean, that's good that he wasn't blasting Trent.
Yeah.
They have a whole breakdown of what he did, and they were having to do Olympic workouts and stuff. He even refused CGI touch-ups to his body and stuff. He was like, no,
Yes.
I don't want any of that. So,
Dude, if I had worked that hard for that, I'd be saying the same thing.
yeah, according to this, right
Can you
now,
imagine how much that guy had to eat?
they said he was eating 5,000 calories over 10 to 11 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, 8 meals a day.
If
That's
you
that's just uncomfortable.
it is uncomfortable. If you look at him in Man of Steel, and then you see him in that first season of The Witcher,
I
think dude was juicing.
You think
He
so?
could have done it behind his back or something.
Or
Here's the
or
thing:
maybe-
who cares?
or
I want
maybe-
him juiced up.
No, I got you. Or maybe it was just that for maybe Man of Steel, he wasn't, and then after a while to maintain, he started doing it. I don't know. You watch somebody like Hugh Jackman though, and he went from X-Men 1 to X-Men 2, and then when he gets
Hugh
into Wolverine,
Jackman.
dude,
Yeah.
Jacked.
He's on the juice.
Dude was
For
he's
blasting
gotta
for
be,
sure.
dude. And then when you see him in Deadpool, Wolverine, dude, it's just all. Yeah, I was like, this is.
Yeah, he's on the juice. Most of them are. If you have to ask the question, are they on the juice?
Most of the time, they are.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
If you even have to ask, the answer is almost always yes. Young Stove with a 2. Wolverine is a Sweet Baby Inc. game. All I want is Onimusha.
Onimusha looks dope, dude.
So here's the interesting thing about Wolverine and Insomniac with the Sweet Baby Inc. Yes, they were involved early in Wolverine, but during the development of Wolverine and chat, I am not coping, and I am not trying to give any kind of fucking excuses or give them any kind of, benefit of the doubt. I'm just stating the facts that Sweet Baby Inc., all of the drama and stuff with Cabrutus and that Sweet Baby Inc. Detected on Steam and stuff, they did fire And a lot of these studios fired Sweet Baby Inc. during all that drama. And I believe that was also during the development of the Wolverine game. But here's the thing. Once it's there, it's there. Like, the work is done, it's paid for. Like, you're not going to go back and take it all out. So you are going to get the sprinkle of the Sweet Baby Inc. gay bullshit in Wolverine. It's going to be there. And it's still going to be affected by it. And you're seeing it with Jean Grey. You're seeing it. And now let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Jean Grey doesn't look nearly as bad as Mary Jane did in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I was
not nearly
just about to
as bad.
say, do you think this is going to be like a Spider-Man 2 situation?
It is not nearly as bad, but it's not good. She's not hot. She does look like a 35, 40-year-old woman. And apparently this is supposed to be very early on in the X-Men days. Like, the X-Men isn't even a formed team yet. Maybe Jean Grey is working with Charles Xavier and stuff, but Wolverine is not a part of the X-Men yet in this universe. So I don't know why you would go with an aged-looking Jean Grey in this, other than the fact that Sweet Baby Inc. had something to do with it. It's a video game. X-Wing, we were saying last night, it's a video game. You need to make these chicks hot.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's a fucking video game, dude. There's no excuse to have ugly women in video games. It's a fucking video game.
Yeah, they got rid of Laura Croft's boobs, too. I thought it was going to come back strong here.
Ooh, do we have that? Do we have a picture of that?
I can get it.
It's a video game, man. I want these chicks with big titties and looking smoking hot. Right, Steph?
Yeah. Oh,
It's easy. It's easy.
All Steph wants is big boobs
I want
and
big
big
titties,
booties
yeah.
on her video game characters. Yeah, man or woman, just doesn't matter.
Hold on, I need to clear something up. Because 35-year-old woman can't be hot. Do you know how old I am, Beardo? Says Lady Aaron D. That is not at all what I said. 35. Sofia Vergara is like 53 years old, and she's one of the hottest women on the planet. You can absolutely be a 35, 40, 50-year-old woman and be smoking fucking hot. The problem is making Jean Grey 40, and for the timeline of the time period of not having the X-Men created, I don't know why you would go with an older Jean Grey. That was my point about the age. But then you got to make her hot for the video game too.
Yeah.
So it's two separate points, but I get what you're trying to get at, Lady Aaron D. Listen, I'm into the MILFs.
It's a fact.
I'm into the MILFs. That's my thing. That's my thing.
It's a thing.
So I got no issues with the older woman. Anyways,
I didn't want to know that.
Anyways, you already knew that, Mike.
I mean, I did, but I didn't want to know it again.
You know, Laura Croft doesn't look that bad, actually.
Oh, in the upcoming game and stuff.
Yeah.
They actually made her look pretty decent.
She looks hot.
Yeah.
It's just, I wish the boobs were about 3 cup sizes bigger.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I want massive bouncing jiggle physic titties.
Hitting yourself
You're
in
just
the
like,
face
this
when you're
is-
doing front flips and
Like
stuff. You know?
how did you make these this big? I don't understand the logic behind what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this will work. This will work. I'm glad they brought the outfit back. You know, OG outfit.
We're seeing in some spaces like a begrudging, like, okay, we kind of have to appease these people. You know, I know I'm not saying that that's how I feel about it. I know, but that's how these guys feel about it, is like, we have to appease these guys, because if not, nobody's buying this game, and we're not going to keep our jobs, you know?
I guess Laura Croft can't be a fat lesbian for this game. We'll do one.
It's like, sorry guys, you can't just like constantly project your weird like gay fantasies on everybody. Like, you actually have to give people what they're asking for, which is like, you know, attractive video game characters and, you know.
Mike, that's so true, because there's so much hypocrisy in what's going on in video games and just entertainment as a whole. As they're like, the male gaze, we can't have these hot women that have huge tits and nice asses. It's the male gaze. Oh my gosh, we can't do that. It's softcore porn, but at the same time, they're injecting their weird gay trans fetish into it, and it's like, you're literally doing the same thing and are proud of it, what you're trying to condemn us for.
Yes. Yeah, you
100%.
fetishize like a group of people, like a, you know, I mean, we've seen it with like, you know, what's the joke? Like the only thing more diverse than a black woman is a black lesbian, because like that's what you constantly see happening like on these movies and shows is like black lesbians, or now like another thing that they got really into is like pregnant women.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like
pregnant women.
if you watch, there's like a massive trend of like pregnant women out there doing like action sequences and stuff, and you're like,
You mean birthing people?
Yeah, birthing persons.
people, birthing
Just
persons.
feeders.
Yes, my bad.
How
Sorry, I
dare,
should have
how
known better.
dare.
Yeah. I apologize for my outburst. But like, yeah, like there's a huge thing of that, and I've been seeing people go like, "What's up with all these pregnant women like doing stuff?" I'm like, it's like a weird fetish. Like they think
fetish,
it's.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's so hot that this pregnant woman's out here doing stuff. And then we'll turn around and tell you, like, the male gaze. I'm like, the male gaze is just like attractive women.
Yeah, nothing wrong
Like,
with
you know,
that, dude.
sure, you get somebody that says something, and this is like a joke, but like, you know, you get somebody that's like, I just want big boobs all the time. It's like, but actually, what we're actually asking for is like attractive women. Because guess what? There are women with different sized boobs and different looks all over the years in Hollywood, and we just appreciated that they were attractive.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered to us. You know, like, you know, I don't know. Everybody had like
Stop
their own take.
sexualizing women. Now
Who-
make these two people in a wheelchair make out.
Who's clicking the fuck out of their mouse right now?
Dude, he's
That
putting
might have
some
been
work
me.
in on
Sorry,
something.
I was trying to
dude.
work on. I was trying to click through a bunch of stuff on my computer.
Holy shit!
I'll turn it down. Don't worry.
I
didn't
feel
even
bad.
hear
about it,
anything.
bro.
You
It
could
was.
hear that?
It was.
Sorry.
Someone was just clicking
I
the fuck. I
apologize
thought
for
it was
my
Steph.
outburst.
He was on one of those naughty sites where the pop-ups come up faster than you can close them. You know,
No,
It's like-
I don't. I have ad blocker for that.
It wasn't me.
It was me. I'm
Dang.
guilty for that. Sorry. My bad. I was very
Well,
excited about the
My
pregnant
hearing
women.
is going. I couldn't hear shit.
Yeah,
well, so
I got
there's
excited.
been a few movies. You got Fantastic Four, First Steps, Sue Storm's pregnant, out there kicking ass.
Yes,
And then wasn't there that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, the Antifa movie?
yep.
What's
One
she-
battle
Running
after
around
another.
pregnant.
One battle after another,
You
and his
also-
black girlfriend was out there pregnant, kicking ass, killing
Yep.
people.
You also
The
have
boys at
what's it
the
called? The Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
There's a pregnant spider
yeah.
chick.
Yes, there was
Yeah.
the pregnant spider
The
chick.
pregnant
then-
spider. the pregnant spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
At the very end of The Boys,
At the very end of The
Starlight's
Boys.
pregnant. Out there fighting crime pregnant. Yep.
that
You
is
see,
like a fetish too, man.
It's a weird fetish, bro, because
Yeah.
they think that it's funny because they'll do stuff like actively talk about, like, you know, because Starlight, remember in The Boys, her and Huey, like, she gets pregnant and aborts his child while he's getting sodomized in like the basement of like a superhero's house, and then makes him apologize to her for not being there for her when she did a thing without asking him about it or how he felt about it. They did like a whole section of that, and then turn around and then at the end they're like, she's pregnant, isn't that awesome? You're like, I guess. I mean, she already was once before too, but whatever, you know.
There was
Oh.
also, I remember there was also a comic. Was it
Actually, we
Spider
just left.
one too? That there was a comic where that
I think X-Wing's getting offended because I think he's pregnant.
He's like, I'm pregnant right now, and
Yeah, that was
am
getting a little too hostile for me. Hostile work
A,
environment.
a little too close.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
a little too close to the chest feeder.
Yep. I'm very pregnant right now. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing that happens. Hollywood gets stuck on this stuff, and a lot of these people, like, especially right now, it's just all projection. Yeah, so
Spider. It was Spider Woman. Yeah, it was Spider Woman. There was a comic too.
But she was black.
yeah.
And
Right.
into the Miles Morales movies, it was a black Spider Woman who was pregnant.
Yes.
In this one, in this comic, I remember when we talked about it. We're like, why is she pregnant? Why are they pregnant?
hmm
It is
Yeah.
a weird fetish that they're doing.
It
Stay
is.
at home. Stay at home. Watch.
Chill
watch
out on the couch, you know.
yeah,
Put
watch
your feet up.
Watch your Bachelorette and shit. Like,
Yeah.
just chill. Take it
Yeah.
easy. Go
Well,
to the
Take some
gym.
Tylenol.
Or the least
It's
of it is
almost
like,
it's
don't run
almost
out fighting crime.
It's almost like it, at your most vulnerable, right? Because women
Yes.
are at their most vulnerable when they are pregnant because they're
Yeah,
Mhm.
growing a human being inside of them. They don't want to portray women as vulnerable to the point where they will make pregnant women go out there and basically risk their baby's life in order
Well,
to
that's
seem
But to them, that's just a clump of cells. It's not a baby yet. So maybe that could be some kind of social conditioning. No, in all seriousness, X-Wing, I'm being serious. This could be some type of social experiment, social conditioning, where it's like you see a pregnant woman out there kicking ass and stuff because it doesn't matter if they lose their baby, or the danger really isn't there because to them, it's just a clump of cells and it's not really a baby until it's born.
Maybe. I could buy that it's a social conditioning because, I mean, they've pretty much brainwashed this next generation into
that's the
thinking
hope.
that.
That's the hope, is that, you know, they whatever happens to them when they lose their jobs and the industry falls apart, that they, you know, have something left to come back to, you know, that you hope the next generation takes over where you left off. So that way in like 20 years, you can have a job again, or they're still pushing your ideologies and stuff. I mean, these ideologies aren't going to go away. Like, you're never going to get rid of communists and, you know, socialists and all these people pushing this garbage, but you can at least make their ideology look ridiculous, and that's what's happening now.
They do a pretty good job of that themselves.
Yeah, they do, and they're putting themselves out of a job because they're collapsing the industry that they infiltrated. And instead of like, hey, guess what? If we just like, even if they had just pandered to fans in some ways and then not in others, but it has to be all or nothing because it's basically like a religion to these people. Yeah. There's no
really
end. They can't let it go. You know, and not a 100% victory. They can't conceive of anything less than that. So
yeah,
yeah.
You're either on their team or not.
And it's a good segue into our first topic, video mode, guys. Video mode. You guys know what that means. Because the new God of War game got announced last night, and we have God of War Laufey. The main character, we're going to be following Faye, Kratos' deceased wife, and she is in Ragnarok. It's the same character, same face model and voice actress. My opinion has always been Faye is interesting. Faye is an interesting character. She's a giant. She's from Jotunheim. She is the mother of Kratos' second child, who turns out to be a Norse god, Loki. But what made her so interesting is that we didn't know anything about her. She was a mystery, and she could be anything that the player, you know, could have conjured up and thought of. That was Faye. Now we're getting a titled God of War game, but Laufey, and we're going to be following Faye through the afterlife. And we saw this, we reacted to it. This individual, Alana Pierce, on her live stream last night, has confirmed that God of War Laufey is the project she worked on during her time at Sony Santa Monica Studios, no longer there. In quotes, so here's the God of War game I spent 4 years writing. Now it all makes sense. There was some controversy, Mike, a few months ago about this Alana Pierce, saying that she helped write Ragnarok, and then there was some stuff, people doing some fact checking and data mining and saying, well, actually you didn't. And she's like, no, I did. Trust me, bro. And it was all fake. It appeared to be lies. And then last night, doubling down and saying, oh no, this is the game that I worked on. This is my game. I wrote this game for 4 years. This is literally my game, my idea. This is all about me. But yet she's no longer at Santa Monica Studios. X-Wing, you weren't on main event last night, so we'll let you shoot first.
Is she pregnant?
She is not pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like a misstep to me, dude. You're taking the manliest video game franchise of all time and putting a female protagonist. Is this a good sales plan? I don't think so. This one's gonna be a pass for me. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm sure I'll see clips from it. But this is one of those ones like, nobody asked for this.
Yep.
Nobody wanted it. And it's a chick in God of War. Like, what are we doing?
And you can have great female characters in the God of War series, playable or non-playable companions or whatever. You had the whole relationship with Kratos and Pandora in the early Greek God of War games. Also with Freya the Valkyrie in God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. Great character. Also playable as a companion. Yep. But well written, not kind of like this man hating, women are the best. She's a Valkyrie, one of the mightiest warriors in all of Norse mythology and Asgard. And you see it. and it's fine. And you have some awesome boss fights against her as well. But this playing as Kratos' deceased wife, like, nobody cares, guys.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
I give this one boob.
One boob out of 10?
One boob out of 2.
One boob out of 2. Yeah, and I was thinking X-Wing last night that could this be a placeholder game? Something to scratch the God of War itch in between the long development before the next God of War game, which would be God of War 6, whatever it's going to be titled.
What itch is this scratching, though?
And that's the question.
Yeah. What itch is this scratching? I mean, I don't think this is going to sell well. I could be totally wrong. Look, here's the bottom line. This could be a totally awesome game. I don't have high hopes.
I think the combat's going to be fun. The combat and the action, the graphics, just the fiction of the whole thing. I bet you it's going to look great. It's just the main character. We just don't care. Mike?
A lot of new games look great, but this looks like to me, this looks like another movie game. From the gameplay that I saw, it's a lot of cutscenes woven in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think, I think the bigger issue here is, I love God of War 2018. I think it's great. I've only played, I think I've played God of War 1 like way back in the day. I didn't play the other 2 games. So I've never been like a massive fan of this franchise, but I like God of War 2018. I love the story. I love the father-son dynamic. I didn't play Ragnarok. I actually watched somebody else play it, mostly just because I didn't have the time and it hadn't dropped on PC. But the other thing is I felt like, especially with Ragnarok, they leaned a lot heavier into the feels. And I'm not saying it was like crazy bad, but it felt like we were getting into more of like the modern game like style of writing, and a lot more emotion, a lot more feeling, and focusing on characters I didn't care nearly as much about. I think some of like the Thor and Kratos dynamic was pretty rad, and stuff. But even with that, it just felt like, in my opinion, I feel like Ragnarok is a step down from God of War in the writing department a little bit. So
I think that's fair.
And so with this, you say, okay, well, we already saw a trend happening in just 2 games. So what's next? And you go, oh, okay, it's his wife. Okay, maybe this could be something interesting. Then the very first thing we see is like a sword that's talking to you about stuff, or well, it looks like a sword that's talking to her, and then you find out it's a cube, and we don't know what this cube is or why he's important, and he's talking to her, and so like you already have like a weird, goofy sidekick that isn't nearly as interesting as a character like Mimir. I initially wouldn't have had a problem, but once again, yeah, they're calling this God of War, and I think a lot of people could have just been like, hey, if you had expressed it like, here, we're telling stories in this universe, but it's not God of War, it's just something else, maybe people could have accepted it a bit more. I don't know. I don't think anybody was asking for this, and this feels very much like what's it called? Like what's happening with Christopher Nolan. You kind of everybody kind of has pause because we've already been seeing weird trends in the gaming industry, or like you'll make one good thing or something that's pretty decent, and then they'll start inserting like more of their ideology into the next thing because that's how they catch you off guard. That you can make The Last of Us and you make The Last of Us Part 2, things like that. But then for Alana Pierce to be right there saying, I wrote this. This is my baby. This is my conception. Pretty much confirmed what we were all worried about. That was the part we were like, you know what, this canary is kind of letting us know something's not right. And then sure enough, yep, it's poison. We were right, and that's the part that I think is the issue, not necessarily the idea itself. I think people and the blowback and the controversy is justified, but then it pretty much locks it in when you find out that Alana Pierce is here, because there's no way she's writing a good God of War game. I don't think there's a single world where she writes a story that is honoring of God of War and even honoring of Norse mythology for what it actually is and not what they want it to be. So,
I think it's safe to say that she was probably in the room when they were talking about it. She was just in the room. But then a few years later, it's like, I wrote this game.
Yeah. It's also possible.
Sure, buddy.
It's also very possible that she wrote a huge section of this and tried to put it into Ragnarok, and they told her no. Or they didn't even tell her. They didn't tell her no. They just said, you know, we'll go ahead and write what you want to write. They looked at it, and then they decided not to put it in Ragnarok, and instead made it its own side game. That's very possible that's what happened. Because you've seen that before in other industries and other stories and stuff like that, where they'll be like, oh yeah, that's a cool story, but we're not going to put it into our mainline thing. Maybe we'll make a spin-off or a side project out of this. And I think that might have been what happened, was that they maybe took that story treatment that she tried to insert in Ragnarok and said, maybe we can make our own game out of this one. You know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Steph.
Yeah.
I mean, what X-Wing said about the God of War games, it's like the manliest game out there. So I mean, that pretty much explains why this is what it is. So that's why this is coming out. Because women need to insert themselves into something. And there you go. That's what you have right here. It needs that representation. Otherwise, it's not fair. And the writing is not going to be good. I mean, you can say like, did she write it? Is she going to do it justice? No, absolutely not. It's not going to be good. It's going to be a projection of whatever she wants it to be. So it's just another case of inserting yourself into something where you think you should exist. That's all it is.
And don't put it past them because they purposely gave this cube a male voice. It is Jack Quaid is voicing this cube. Faye is going to be emasculating this cube, insulting it, but they're doing it as a cube to protect themselves from the criticism, like from people like us and other people on the internet, to say, oh, look, it's a strong female character emasculating a male character. Well, what if we just make it a cube, but we'll give him a male voice? So the message is still there, but it's not on the nose.
That's a good point, dude.
Yeah, I think that's totally plausible. Yeah. Yep. I mean, look at what Jack Quaid just had. Yeah,
Well,
look what
I
just
mean,
happened
they
to him
need
and the
to
boys.
emasculate-
So
They need to emasculate somewhere.
Yeah.
And this is where they're going to do it.
Yep. So there you go, Jonas and Marv. Hopefully you're glad with your video segment for the website. I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job right there. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back.
yeah.
Good job. What's the jib? Anyways, God of War. And Mike, that's another good point. A lot of the stink is because of that right there.
Yeah.
The title, God of War Laufey. This could have been named anything else. It could have been The Legend of Faye or The Legend of Laufey, whatever. And you know it's in the God of War universe. It's Santa Monica Studios. Obviously, we're familiar with this character. Call it anything else than God of War.
They can't call it anything else. They have to call it God of War because they want you to know that this is going to be in this universe and we're now in this universe.
It's only gonna sell from that. Yeah,
exactly.
Because they don't believe in it. They don't even believe in their own product. Like, no, marketing wise, it's gotta be tied into God of War, you know. So you could have said from the world of God of War or anything like that, you know. But nope, it's gotta be God of War. They gotta use the name, so and it's already not gonna sell, but it would sell even less if they didn't. So sucks.
This is one of those projects, you know, this was definitely being made in the height of the feminism power, you know, a couple of years ago, and I think that just like they don't have the option to shelve this. So
well, and that's what we talk about. We talk about that a lot, is that it is harder to course correct video games because just the development cycle is so long. Nowadays, it takes you 5-10 years to make a game of this caliber. So at that point, when the tide shifts and the political narratives are changing and stuff, like you can't just shelve it and try to fix it, because already hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, have been spent in the development. So it's not like TV shows and movies where you can do reshoots quickly and try to change some stuff. These video games are a lot harder to change. So we're still quite a few years away from seeing a real change in some of the direction as far as the political narratives go in these games with the messaging.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get some super chats, boys, and then we'll get on to the next one. Andre CR with a 1,000 says, "Is Woody dressed as Superman too?" Good one, Andre CR. Good one. Thank you for the 1,000. Callum Lyle with a 5. Why do you think they want to destroy masculine heroes for boys? Because they want them gay. They want weak, feminine men growing up, because weak, feminine, low testosterone men are easier to control. They're not going to push back on the government. They're not going to push back when you are told to stay in your lane and just pay your taxes and be a good little goy. You know, what are they? What is the government and these people the most terrified of? Strong men, masculine men.
God, that's so bad, dude. What is that?
It's the strong men of the Odyssey.
Look at that, dude. That is straight up feminine.
Have you not seen this, Spearno?
No, I actually haven't.
Oh my
seen
God,
this.
let me
This
pull
was
up
from
the article. The article is so much
yesterday.
worse.
Yeah, this is from yesterday. Well, and the other side of it too is excuse me, with a lot of this newer generation, and I've talked about this before, the narrative is deconstructionism. So like they grow up and they go, okay, well, all the things from my past or my parents and things that my parents loved or my grandparents loved are all problematic. And so what can I do to speak truth to that power system or that patriarchy and things like that? Because that's what feminism does, is that it reframes and refolds everything into a victim narrative. Everybody's a victim all the time, constantly, except for white men. And so when you have that kind of a mindset and you live that way, then you're constantly looking at everything that has ever existed before and going, there must be a problem here, there must be an issue here, or what can we do to like combat this? And so when you look at the whole of history, it's mostly about like strong male characters. There's a lot of strong male characters in stories and storytelling, things like that, and the archetype of strong men and stuff like that. So you go, that must be a problem. That has to be problematic. That has to be the source of all my problems, because I'm a perpetual victim, and these people are not victims in these stories. And ignore, because that's the other thing you see a lot, is they ignore strong female characters. They ignore you know, any story that is a success or anybody overcoming any problem, and they go, yeah, that doesn't matter. That's an exception to the rule. The reality is everybody's a victim all the time except for white men, and that narrative doesn't hold up if you actually look at history and storytelling. So, yeah, this is awful.
This is terrible.
Bruh.
Exactly right before we go see the Odyssey, I want to see Odysseus doing some gay shit.
Where's
Yikes.
Odysseus? He's in the back.
He's in the back taking very gay pictures.
Yeah, he's doing his model thing again. Dude, this is so bad. This looks so bad, dude. Oh my God.
I don't like that, because I think it was like a couple of weeks ago you had the Elle article, or the Elle magazine, coming out and showing the women of the Odyssey. And they couldn't have like a beautiful photo shoot for them, you know, and have them looking gorgeous. It was like very close up, barely any makeup on. Like they looked bad. They looked bad. And now we have this, and they look very feminine. It looks very gay.
They've got loads of makeup on.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
And is it a coincidence that they released this in the first couple days
Pride
of June?
Month? Yeah.
I forgot it's Pride Month. It's actually Men's Mental Health Month.
It's actually
Men's Mental Health Month. That is right.
And Jugs of June.
It is Jugs of June.
Yep.
Wild.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
This is awful, dude.
So weird.
Thank you, Steph.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Welcome.
If I needed a reason to dislike this movie more.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know who looked at this and thought, you know what, this is great marketing.
It goes with the conversation. You know, they're emasculating men, and this is supposed to be an incredibly manly, masculine story brought to life.
Well,
and
spoiler
this is what they give you.
Spoiler alert. Like Mike said, that's problematic, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty gay, man. And they're like, yep.
They could have had a masculine photo shoot, like just showing off the power of men, and instead, they put them in furs and lay them on the ground and have them look very sad. Like
Matt Damon hitting that feminine ass pose on top of a pillar.
Yeah.
I farted.
I mean, if they want, if they wanted to do like Odysseus on, because it looks like he's on a pillar, like one of those statues, right? There's a statue of Odysseus. He could have hit that same pose. Not that crazy one that he did. He could have hit that same pose, but no.
No, that's not happening. Nope. Gotta keep it gay. Yeah.
I've like ruined Beardo's day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't off to a good start, anyways. Saren Loth with a $5. Karen of War, Beardo great, Jeremy Fig. Good. Thank you.
All true.
All true things you just said there. Thank you for the 5. Eradicator. Good one. Good one. And that's a tricky one. Not everybody's going to pick up on that, but Fear the Beardo, I got it right away.
After
Beardo's
3 times. Yeah.
Eric Dickhater 199.
First try. Nailed it.
First try, nailed it.
The name is Eradicator. Beardo is all right. A little limp wrist. What? I got strong wrists. What are you talking about? Who told you I got limp wrists? Your mom knows I got very strong wrists. Thank you, Eradicator. Kyle Lyle with a 2. Brainiac will be an incel. I know he will.
Probably.
The movie's Man of Tomorrow's gonna be trash.
I don't have any confidence that James Gunn's gonna know how to write Brainiac.
Someone just tweeted, I'm noticing a certain real man missing from this photo shoot. Yeah, where's Elliot Page, the men of the Odyssey?
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yikes, bro.
Cal Lyle with a 2. Brainiac, thank you. Dumb Old Bear with a 199 says, shout out to Dr. Eggman 5.
What's
Shout
up?
out.
Who's that?
Dr. Eggman from Sonic.
No, I mean who's Dr. Eggman 5 on the panel? Is that...
I'm gonna let you take one.
Oh
guess.
yeah, the mustache.
Right.
Oh, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense with the goggles on.
Dude, if you
Shave your head.
and then like get like a little bit of a fat suit, just put one on. Bro. Halloween costume.
I don't even think I do
costume.
I don't think I do a fat suit, bro. Just sit there and drink beer for a couple months.
There you go.
Listen, I'm in character. All right, this is for.
I mean, where's that blue head?
I'm in my bulking season. Okay.
I'm working as hard as Henry Cavill did it for this role.
Dedication, boys. Dedication.
No.
Steph.
Yeah.
Steph.
Legos, Reckless Ben versus Bricks and Minifigs 200,000 video mode. Reckless Ben versus Bricks and Minifigs $200,000 Star Wars Lego collection dispute explained. An 83-year-old man named Eric Mansell, his son Brian Mansell, and YouTuber Reckless Ben are seeking to recover a series of lost Star Wars Lego sets that the Mansells allege were stolen from them by a Lego resale chain called Bricks and Minifigs. As related by the Salt Lake Tribune, Eric Mansell began collecting and building the Star Wars Lego sets when Brian Mansell was a child, intending them to be an investment for his grandchildren's future. Over time, Mansell had accumulated roughly 780 box Lego sets and 1,200 rare minifigures, including a 2003 set called Star Wars Cloud City, based on Bespin Cloud City from The Empire Strikes Back. In 2023, Mansell says he brought his Star Wars Lego collection to his local Bricks and Minifig store. The store's owner, Crystal Law, allegedly agreed to help Mansell sell his Star Wars Lego collection. The store's Instagram account posted about the collection on social media and said it was worth well over $200,000 and that the Cloud City set was incredibly rare and worth over $10,000 along with some of the other sets. Scrolling down here, Mansell claims that Law sold a number of his Star Wars Lego sets on his behalf, and he collected monthly checks from her. The problem arose when the Bricks and Minifigs company repossessed the store from Law, claiming he had accumulated $175,000 in debt and had told the company she was going to abandon the franchise. Law, who has filed a suit against Bricks and Minifigs, alleges that the company seized control of the business and changed the locks that same evening. Mansell claims he only discovered this when he called the Bricks Minifig store and asked for Law. Brandon Best, one of the new owners with Joshua Johnson, that's a heck of a name, allegedly told Mansell that Law had abandoned the store. Mansell alleges he bought his consignment paperwork to the store, that Johnson told him that he and Best were not named in the agreement, nor was Bricks and Minifigs. They allegedly did let Mansell look through the Lego sets on display to see if he could find his, and when he didn't, Mansell said it had to been said to have accused Best and Johnson of lying, after which they made him leave. Best and Johnson also claim, and other employees, including ones who used to work for Law, looked for the Star Wars Lego sets, but no avail. Steph.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make this make more sense to us.
This is such a huge story right now. To the point where just regular people who aren't interested in Lego or haven't really like kept up with Lego news are covering this story, because it goes so much deeper than a stolen Lego collection. That's just where it starts with the stolen Lego collection. The man's son Brian, his friend got in touch with a YouTuber named Reckless Ben, and Reckless Ben came in and thought, I can do something to help this guy. He was kind of looking for more of like family friendly content at the time, because some of his videos were being age restricted. So he's like, you know what, this is about Legos. I can go in and help this guy, and it should be, some really cool content. And so he came in and he requested the Legos. He went in and requested the Legos, said that like, they're for my friend Brian. I'm looking for some Star Wars Legos. And immediately got the police called on him and got trespassed from the property for life. So right then he was just like, okay, I don't understand what is going on. So he has to create like this huge elaborate plan in order to try and get back these Legos for Brian, because they were stolen. They were stolen by Bricks and Minifigs. Bricks and Minifigs has come out and claimed like they don't do consignment, but the franchise paperwork reveals that yes, they absolutely do consignment. They can sell on your behalf. Bricks and Minifigs keeps a small portion, and you get the rest of the money. So what ends up happening is, and this is all on Reckless Ben's YouTube channel. You can watch it. It's a very long video, so be prepared to put in some time, but they're incredibly entertaining. So what ends up happening is Reckless Ben and his crew ends up suing the CEOs, and he wins, but then like the CEOs refuse to pay, so he has to go through and sue, or no, he sues Bricks and Minifigs, and they win, but they refuse to pay. In order to get out of paying, they end up shutting down the Bricks and Minifigs store to get out of paying. So they completely shut down the store. So then he ends up suing and serving the two guys individually, the two owners of Bricks and Minifigs, Josh and what was the other guy's name? I can't remember off the top of my head. Brandon. He ends up suing them individually, but he has to serve them. So he tries to serve them paperwork, but one of them refuses to take the paperwork. All the while, by the way, the cops in Utah keep coming after them. They keep coming after them. They pull them over for false traffic stops. They come over like 4 times when he's trying to get these papers served, and he has someone with them who's not a part of his crew. He's not a part of making the videos. They're strictly just there to serve the paperwork. The cops come like 4 or 5 times, and he ends up going to jail. They've arrested him multiple times, and they even raided their Airbnb and like had guns pulled on him. The cop dislocated his shoulder. Like it's gotten to the point where you can clearly see like the police corruption and involvement in this. So it's so much more than just stolen Legos. If any, like people should be really upset at the level of abuse of power that is happening here, because this
Does
one
this go all the way to the White House?
This one owner of this Bricks and Minifigs, like this one corporate guy is able to basically use the police department as his personal like bodyguards. It's just like one call and they're out here trying to arrest this kid. And when he's making his videos, he's requesting all of the body cam footage from the police department. And they are giving him the body cam, but they're keeping a lot of stuff out of it. So a lot of it is muted. And there was one part where like they forgot to take out the conversation, and so you can kind of hear the cop saying like, well, we can get him on this or this or this, trying to like come up with some sort of excuse to arrest them. And so he calls them up and he's just like, hey, I need the rest of the body cam footage. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we take all of that out for the protection of the victim, that victim being the CEO or the owner of Bricks and Minifigs. And he was like, oh, I don't think that's why you're doing that. He basically tells them like, you forgot to do this. And it doesn't sound like you're protecting the victim. It sounds like you're protecting yourselves and your officers. And so they're like, oh, we don't do that.
Damn.
Yeah. So he gets swatted at one point. There's nothing that was found in it. Nothing was found. Of course, nothing would be found. It's all about intimidation. Then you have Reckless Ben. They arrest him and he's supposed to like be in jail for a month, right? Without any bail. They refuse to bail him out. And a judge looks at his case and finds out that like, this is actually ridiculous. Why is he even in jail? So they let him go on bail. And then he finds out that like he has a warrant out for his arrest. So he like flees to Mexico. It's like a part of his video that he flees to Mexico. But now Reckless Ben is sort of, it's turned into a whole other thing because all of these cops and also the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, they're all Mormon. And so he's sort of kind of uncovering this Mormon conspiracy that they're all protecting each other. All of these officers, they all went to the same school. They're all Mormon. So they're all sort of protecting each other and pretty much risking their jobs in order to try and help this guy not get sued and not pay out. And all of it's totally ridiculous because even Reckless Ben tells them multiple times, all you have to do is give him back his Legos. That's it. You just have to give him back his Legos and all of this will stop.
Or at the very least, well, which is harder, to give him the money compensation or the actual Lego sets that belong to him?
They probably sold them already, dude.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Exactly.
A lot of people within, I guess, employees who work at Bricks and Minifigs are saying that like, hey, we got a big shipment of Star Wars Legos to our store. I think these are Brian's Legos. So I highly doubt they even have them. I really think that they like gave them out to other stores and those stores have been selling them or they've even been selling them when they don't belong to them. They really don't belong to them. He gave them his Legos and had a contract that say that these are still legally his Legos. Whether or not the two guys are implicated in this contract, he has a contract with Bricks and Minifigs. So they technically like they did steal his Legos, but it's gotten to the point. I'm going to share my screen really quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
It has gotten to the point where Bricks and Minifigs are really trying to take down Reckless Ben. The police for the American Fork PD came out with a full statement. I mean, it's really long. Reckless Ben reacted to their statement, and pretty much said, you guys are lying. Here's the proof. Here's the fact, because he filmed everything. Everything is caught on camera. He filmed every single thing. They even like got pulled over and got accused of having heroin on them. And
Yikes.
They went through a 3-hour search of their vehicle. And even though they said like, hey, we're going to cooperate, we'll cooperate. You can give us drug tests, no problem. They still got arrested. So it's just this abuse of power. And Ben reacted to it and he sort of like exposed all of the lies because they're still continuing to lie. And he exposed it all. And he was just like, here's your homework. Learn the facts. Stop lying about the facts and unredact the illegal redactions. Like they're not allowed to redact from the body cam footage, like unredact it. The ABC News, like the news in Utah, is now reporting on it. A conflict between YouTuber and a Bricks and Minifigs executive over a Lego collection worth over $200,000 has garnered public attention and has led to accusations of misconduct being levied at the American Fork Police Department. It's not accusations, it's actual misconduct. I just clipped out, like, this is just 3 things that I clipped out because the videos are very long, but just these like 3 interactions kind of prove like they are targeting Ben. And when they pull him over, these are 3 stops. 2 of them, when they pull him over, they're completely confused. They're like, how did they know that we were even here? How did they know we were even here? Because after they get pulled over, they sort of like show the car that they're riding around in, and you can't even see Reckless Ben in the car. So they're really confused as to how they even knew that he was in town.
So who's Ben? Me. Ben. How's Utah?
How's it going?
How's it going? I'm Officer Hawkins, American Fork Police Department. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Well, what's your name? Are you Ben?
Bro, what?
Yikes, that is weird.
That's scary stuff, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they completely ignored the second cop, like, well, both the cops did that. They ignored the driver. They ignored the driver because the driver is who you're talking to when you get pulled over, right?
Yeah.
Like you talk to the driver because they're the ones that are committing the traffic violation or whatever. They completely ignored the driver and went straight for the back seat.
Are you Ben?
For Ben.
Is that you?
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy's face. Where's Ben? Where's Ben?
Mhm.
It's complete intimidation. So, and then this is where like the police officer came out and did it. And this is Ben's reaction. Body cam remains undefeated. Bricks and Minifig saga just got even crazier. American Forks police chief in Utah released their official response, and Reckless Ben goes through it point by point with body cam footage to refute everything. This part right here, they couldn't get them to, because what happened in the saga is they ended up putting up a GoFundMe for Brian and his dad, and they're hanging out a big huge banner to sort of promote the GoFundMe. They're going to hang the banner up, take a picture of it. The police department comes, and everything that they're doing is completely legal under the Constitution. You have every right to do that. They're doing it in a public space in an area that is not, private property. So everything that they're doing is legal. The cops try and say that like what they're doing is illegal. One of the cops says like, well, you're not doing anything, so we're totally fine. But the other cop doesn't want them to do that. So he just tears down the sign. He's like, you know what? You can't do this actually. And so he tears down the sign and they arrest them. They arrest the entire crew that's down there, claiming that this guy right here that is pictured was trying to destroy evidence. And it's so funny because when you're going through the video, Ben is like, they really legally like can't do that. They didn't have a warrant. He's not destroying any evidence because they didn't have any right to take his phone in the first place. And you can, by law, what is it? Close your phone. Because when he took out, they asked him for his phone. When he took out his phone, he noticed that his money card was out, like to pay for something. And so he was just going to click that off. And they got really mad. Like 2 cops grabbed his hand. They're like, don't do that. Like it was, hold on.
His thumb is heading towards that lock button to lock his phone. His phone was open when he pulled it out, and the phone was transitioning from on to off.
So it's such a crazy story, crazy abuse of power. And so because they're not able to sort of like go after Ben doesn't even know. He keeps having to go back to Utah to go to court, and they don't even tell him. He was on the H3H3 podcast the other day, and he revealed that like he doesn't know any of the charges that are brought up against him. He just knows that he has to go to court, and he finds out in court what the charges are against him. He has no idea what they're charging him with, and the reason that they claim that they're not telling him why he's being charged with whatever he's being charged with is because they don't want him to use it for content. So he has a bunch of cases that he has to go to court for that he has no clue. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's going to court for. And so Bricks and Minifigs he revealed on the H3H3 podcast that Bricks and Minifigs has been filing privacy complaints on his video. So if you go back and watch his videos now, you're going to notice that like there's a lot of blurred out spots where it doesn't really need to be blurred out. and it's because they're hitting his video with privacy complaints. So in order to keep the video up, he either has to black out certain parts or blur out certain parts. And there's parts where like his friends' faces are blurred, his face is all blurred. It's blurred in really weird areas, but in order to keep the video up, he has to do that. So they're going after his videos, filing privacy complaints in order to try and take it down. But he's fixing the videos to where it might look strange, but you still get the information. You still get the gist of what is going on. And so because they couldn't take his videos down that way, they went after his Patreon, because after every single video, he promotes his Patreon and says, like, you know, I have all of these court filings that are brought against me. He's had to pay for the bail of all of his team members that are being, you know, dragged into jail or being arrested. He pays for everybody's bail. And so, you know, he promotes his Patreon. And he's just like, you know, in order to help with all of these charges and all of the court fees, he promotes his Patreon. So what did they do? They went after his Patreon and tried to get his Patreon taken down. And the CEO put out a message last night, I think.
Dear creator community, my name is Jack Conti, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. On May 29th, Patreon received an official takedown request filed by Bricks and Minifigs for media and accounts related to Reckless Ben and an ongoing dispute regarding a local Lego consignment issue. This is the verified complaint with exhibits. This is the request for immediate content removal pursuant to temporary restraining order. And this is the motion for the temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. So after an extensive review and investigation by Patreon's trust and safety team, we have in fact, unfortunately determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. And if Bricks and Minifigs,
good for you guys.
They can sue us. Patreon out. Dear creator.
So yeah, they're keeping his page up. They found nothing wrong, nothing illegal. He's not doing anything wrong. And so they're keeping his page up. So now they couldn't do that, right? They couldn't take his Patreon down. So now it's turned out
real quick. Sorry,
Yeah.
Steph. I just want to point out too, it's ironic to me that Patreon is like now stepping up and being like, we're fighting for the little guy, you know, and stuff, because they have taken down a lot of other people's pages and stuff just for political differences, not even actually breaking terms of service. So how funny is it that now they're like, hey, we're stepping up for the little guy? I'm like, where were you guys, you know, when you guys took down, what was the Canadian truckers, like Patreon and all of these other places that you took down people that had different political ideologies than you. And then during the COOF and stuff, we're taking people down for misinformation and stuff. Now people that were all justified and proven correct about their stuff. That's just a total aside from what's happening here, and cool. I'm glad they're like defending this guy from this, but it's funny how they're like, yeah, well, you know, the police are picking on this little guy. But like, what about all the people that you guys attacked? You know, that you didn't defend, you know, and it's just total.
People are mentioning that in the comments, like Patreon has had some bad L's, but this is a W. If you're exporting Mormons, it's okay, but, and then you have Tyler Oliveira. Suddenly, after banning 18 billion conservatives over a span of 15 years, they're free speech warriors. Too funny. Yep. Patreon is utter dog shit, but I'll give them the W this time only. So in this situation, they are doing the right thing. And so that they couldn't get his Patreon taken down. So now you have this news that hit. Bricks and Minifigs has filed a lawsuit against Reckless Ben after the YouTuber's viral investigation into the company allegedly stealing 200,000 Lego collection. All they really had to do was return the Legos or pay the guy $200,000, because now you have Reckless Ben. I think Legal Eagle is helping out Reckless Ben. He's recommending lawyers. You have so many people that are invested in this, that are watching his videos, that are seeing the abuse of power at the police department. They want, I think Ethan Klein was telling him, like, you have to sue the police department. Like, all of this that you're showing, how come you haven't filed a lawsuit against the police department? I think Reckless Ben is he seems like such a genuinely good guy. Like, he just wants to do the right thing. He thinks that the police are there to help them. He thinks that if he tells them the story, that they will help. And in every instance where he has explained what is going on with the police to the police, he just gets arrested. I mean, his house got swatted. They dislocated his shoulder. Like, and he still continues to believe that, like, they will in the end eventually do the right thing, and it's just not happening. And so, like, suing the police department never even crossed his mind. He's like, I'm not going to do that. I didn't even think to do that. And Ethan Klein is telling him, like, you really should sue. because what they're doing is highly illegal. They can't be doing that. That is an abuse of power. So he's in contact with a lot of lawyers, a lot of LawTube lawyers. And the story is getting incredibly big and it's getting viral attention. Like Asmongold has been reacting to it the past few days. He can't believe what's going on. If you want a great reaction, watch Asmongold reaction to the very first video regarding this whole Lego situation. It's such a great reaction. Moist Critical is covering it. H3H3 is covering it. You have LawTubers that are coming out and covering this situation from their perspective. It is really blowing up. It really is more than just like, oh, he stole the Legos, so now someone's getting sued. It's not that. It really goes deeper into it. So if you want to like watch Reckless Ben's videos, I highly recommend it. The videos will really make your blood boil, because I was watching them and I could not believe, especially the second video, how crazy and I guess like illegal like it gets, because you get really angry seeing all of this abuse of power. So it's a crazy
You know what the worst part of this whole thing is? I've got a $35 coupon to Bricks and Minifigs, and I just checked the store and it's down. That's all I had to add to the story.
Yeah.
He just goes,
well, a lot of the franchise owners are really upset. Yeah. Like a lot of the franchise owners are really upset at what is going on, because it's giving Bricks and Minifigs a bad name. I think Bricks and Minifigs is probably like, because Lego is pretty much like at the height of popularity right now, because they're coming out with such incredible sets. And more people are collecting Lego. Bricks and Minifigs is sort of like also rising with the popularity of Lego. So Bricks and Minifigs is popular. This was the first time when we went to MegaCon, when MegaCon was happening. This was their first time at MegaCon. They had a huge booth with a huge minifig figure. And it was their first time at MegaCon. I was talking to people that were in the booth, and they were really excited, because they'd never been to MegaCon before. So they sent out a letter to like the franchise owners of all of these stores, claiming like, oh, this is just viral outrage. Don't worry, it'll fall apart fairly quickly. People will lose interest in it. And it'll die out. Like if nothing happens and we stay quiet, it'll die out. But it's not. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I honestly can't believe that like Ben has given them so many outs. All you have to do is give him his Legos back, or at the very least, like pay the guy the $200,000 that is owed to him. And they refuse to do that, to the point where they're willing to tarnish their brand. They're willing to sink their company in order to not give back the Legos. Like all you have to do is give back the Legos. I love this I love this video that Ricky Berwick put out. Did you see it?
I haven't seen Ricky's video.
The Lego! Give back the Lego! Give back the Lego! Give back
That's
the
so
Lego!
awesome, dude.
It's so funny.
Dude, I love
And
Ricky.
so like he's given them plenty of outs to do this. At one point they claimed that like, oh sure, we'll do it, we'll give him his Legos back. All you have to do is put out a public statement. He just has to apologize, and we'll give back the Legos. And so he created an AI video of Brian, because he didn't believe him 1 minute. He created an AI video of Brian apologizing, and so he sent it to the CEO. He sent it to Brandon. He sent it to one of the CEOs, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "You promise you'll give back the Legos?" He goes, "Oh, I promise. I'll give back the Legos." He didn't. He moved the goalpost, and he's like, "Okay, now you have to go and apologize to the woman that works at Bricks and Minifigs." So they go there. And to make peace. He's like, "You have to make peace with her." They literally go there with like a scroll. They go there with a scroll that says like a peace treaty. It's a little scroll. They just wrote on it, peace treaty.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to make peace. He didn't give back the Legos. He promised to give back the Legos if they do these two things. They tried to do these two things. He didn't give them back. He didn't give back the Legos. So, all they have to do is give the Legos back. And like Reckless Ben will like back down. That's it. All they have to do is do that. And they didn't do that. Instead, they got the police involved. They kind of were exposed for all of the police corruption going on in the town, and it's just bringing really bad press, not only to Bricks and Minifigs, but to the town and to the police department, where they had to put out a huge statement. I mean, it's really getting insane. The story is huge.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild, crazy. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, shout out to Reckless Ben. He won't stop once he's started. Like I've seen his videos and stuff, man. He's relentless. So yeah. And this is an opportunity for us to just show people once again, like, internet culture. You can't like dismiss this. You can't ignore people like this. You know, a lot of times they're like, well, they're just YouTubers, but no, it doesn't work like that. You know, that's not where we are with things. Like the internet has a lot of pull and a lot of effect on things, and you can make a lot of noise, and you start making noise, people start looking, and you can actually expose real corruption. And I think that's the interesting part of this is he kicked a hornet's nest that he had no idea was there, and that guy was never going to get any help because there was nobody to help him, you know? So
Right. Yeah.
Crazy stuff, man.
Freaking Legos.
Yeah.
Over
this
some
is just
Legos.
like I don't even think I'm covering it correctly. Like, to get the full gist of what is going on and just have your mind blown, you really do have to watch those videos because they are crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Over on Rumble, we have Vault 95 Survivor with the $2. White people are 8% of the global population. Males are 4% of the population. Strong men, even fewer. Which males are the leftists targeting for elimination? Those ones. If those numbers are right, those ones. X-Wing? Are those numbers right?
Yeah.
They are?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Thank you, Vault 95
I zoned
Survivor
out
with
right
the $2. That's
I was watching Jack Quaid do mocap for the cube in
Yes.
God of War.
Yeah.
Dude, it's wild stuff. It looks terrible.
It's so funny.
Cal Lyle with the 5. How many of you think Santa Monica has been playing too much Dungeons and Dragons because the cube is from D&D? Mike?
That's what I kept asking. I don't know why they have a gelatinous cube in this game. Maybe they'll explain it. I think Beardo, you were the one that said maybe it's some kind of god or something that's like hidden in a different form. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something stupid like that. But most people are asking, why is this a thing? Because it looks terrible. Like, it looks awful. So I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows?
What a mess, dude.
Who knows? Thank you, Cal Lyle, for the 5. It is a mess. Walker Toxic Ranger with a 2. Why is Bug-Eyed Deborah Wilson in every game? That is a great question. You see these awesome voice actors like Nolan North and Troy Baker. Like, those are kind of like the two juggernauts of video games. And they hardly ever play a character where the character is modeled after their likeness and appearance as well. But this Deborah Wilson chick, when she's cast in a video game, every character she plays is her. Looks exactly like her.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know, man.
I grew up being a fan of Deborah Wilson from Mad TV back in the day. And I don't understand it either, because like you have Phil Lamar, who also grew up or came up on that show, who played a freaking samurai, an Asian guy. Like, obviously, he's living out it doesn't matter what you look like behind the camera as long as you do a good job. And so, yeah, modeling every character after her is really weird, except for, like we just said, that weird fetishization of like people and race and gender. And because she is somebody that sometimes will like shave her head and stuff, that always like, oh, a bald black woman, that's beautiful. Like, we could put her in anything, So that's kind of sometimes what it feels like with her.
Yeah. Thank you, Walker Toxic Ranger, for the $2. Locata's computer repair with the 2. Mike, let me help you put your computer together. I think we'll pass.
Good. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you for the 2. Bob Boy for the 5. With Mystique and Jean Grey, I see Logan getting benched. We will see. It's not far away.
Master bait and switch.
Yeah, we're not far away. September 15th.
Right around the corner.
So we're close. Thank you, Bob Boy, for the 5. Gay Jacked Tan Cyclops with $1. Thank you. Tobias Nexus with a 10. You shouldn't need the modding community to make your game look good and actually be playable. Do it right the first time. Make characters interesting. Do your bug testing. It's your damn job. Yeah, we're looking at you, Bethesda.
Yep, I agree wholeheartedly. Yep.
Bethesda most affected. Thank you, Tobias, for the $10. Cable Watson with the 2. As a gay man, I want guys in games with muscles.
Yeah.
So does Mike.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I'm just, if you're a gay man, that's what you want.
Isn't that how you met Tribal Chief? We were talking about Roman statues. Isn't that how that whole thing started?
Well, we were talking about having hot women in movies and video games, and then Mike said that he wanted hot men in video games too.
That's not what I said, and I hate it here.
It was something along those lines.
I hate it
But
here.
Mike, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant.
I hate
I
it.
felt represented.
I hate it here.
Thank you, Cable Watson, for the $2.
On
Yeah,
this
me too.
planet. I just wanna go
Ryan
to
can't
Mars.
get back sooner.
Yeah.
True.
Linebacker with the 2. What percent of UFC fighters do you think are in PEDs? A lot of them.
No.
A lot of them.
Mhm.
Thank you for the $2. Zillosaurus Rex with a 2 says last girl to get ripped for a role. Jessica Biel in Blade 3 to get ripped for a role. No.
No, there's quite a few. I mean, Anna de Armas got in pretty good shape for
Ballerina.
the ballerina. Yeah.
Who's that girl that was in Andor too? The super androgynous
Who's
looking
that
chick.
girl?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Lady?
I don't know what her name is. But
Sexy lady. Right?
Yeah.
It goes like that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mhm.
To get ripped for a role.
Yeah, it was that one chick, the lesbian chick that they keep putting in everything now.
Yeah.
What about that the new Tomb Raider movie from a few years ago? The Ex Machina chick. What's her name?
That's Alicia Vikander. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got
pretty toned for Lara
she got
Croft.
toned up. Yep.
Brie Larson.
I mean, Brie works out. Brie's
Yeah.
got muscle.
Yeah.
I'd let her punch me.
Some of those Pilates or yoga poses, I'm not sure what she's doing, but some of those poses, her booty be looking good.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Pow.
Yep.
Happen.
Perhaps we judged her too harshly.
Perhaps
Well,
we did.
no. I think we judged her just enough, but we can also appreciate that she's working with some stuff. There's
Right.
some motion to that
Mhm.
ocean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't want, keep the shoes are staying on.
Yeah, she's like, yay.
The socks are staying on.
The boot, the galoshes stay on. Yeah, because
Thank you, Zillosaurus Rex.
Put those
Fly
Crocs
Rye
in
with a
sport
5.
mode.
Listen, Beardo, superpowers, unrealistic abilities, and things far beyond the real world are okay, but an attractive woman in a game is a bridge too far. Yep, it crosses the line. Crosses
Yep.
the line. And you know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna cast very attractive, beautiful women for the voice actor and face scan for the characters, and we are gonna fuck them up
Just
to the point where
beat
it's
him in the face with a stick.
unrecognizable. The
Yep.
worst one I think we've seen is Star Wars Outlaws. What they did to that model.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Woof.
man. Because in real life, beautiful, very pretty girl.
Lovely woman.
Mhm.
And then in Star Wars Outlaws, you just made her look like a hobbit.
Yeah.
Well, they have to make them look androgynous.
Oh, it's hideous. Yeah.
It's hideous. I love it.
Um,
Thank you, Sly Rye with the 5. Crimson Cripple with a 5. Normally skip Wednesdays. Tried it. Decent. But I'm staying for the eye candy. Hey, Steph. How you doing?
oh, I thought it was gonna be about me.
How you
Yeah.
doing? I
That
know.
stuff's pretty too. I guess.
It's truly about Mike, really.
Yeah.
Shout
Mike
out
is
to
eye
Wise Money
candy.
Israel.
Mike
You
is always
notice
the
I-
eye candy.
You guys notice when Asmongold was like, getting trying to get mogged by all these women. I immediately inserted myself into the conversation and said
I
that
did
I
see
was
that.
the prettiest one on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirror.
Yeah, you were
A lot of
doing
people agreed.
the blue steel.
Yeah,
Yep.
a lot of people agreed with me.
Mhm.
I just, pretty people do what pretty people do. They hate me because they ain't me.
Yeah.
That's true.
But close second, I'm, Asmongold was, better looking than that chick because he wasn't wearing makeup. I don't wear makeup either.
Yeah. Well, speaking of very attractive women, do we have an ad read for Rumble Wallet?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. Do we?
Yeah.
Um,
Do we?
I wasn't prepared for this. Yeah.
I can read a few more super chats. Tobias Nexus with a 10. Video game women need to look good and have well-written character. Same for video game men. The audience isn't here for reality. We want escapism, good-looking characters, and good stories. Agreed.
There it
Thank
is.
you, Tobias, for
Look
10.
at that.
There he is.
Look at that handsome devil. Look at
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Look at that face.
A lot of.
There is
beauty
no
right
lie. He is the fairest of them all.
there. Looks maxing right there.
Yeah.
Full on mogging him.
I was
Um,
mogging him at the airport a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you post a selfie of it?
I did.
On
And
Twitter?
then Jay made fun of me.
Oh well.
Naturally.
Jay made fun of me. He goes, dude, I don't know why you posted that. It's going to make everything worse. But I was tier 10 looks maxing to Cali mogging, bro.
Yeah.
At the airport at like 4 o'clock in the morning. mogging on him.
Jay's like an abusive boyfriend. He shows up and he's like, "You sure you want to go out in that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I was mogging on him, dude. I got
Oh my
140
goodness.
likes. What?
Someone posted a picture in the replies of you without a beard.
Of this? Of that post? Oh, yeah. It doesn't look at it. The chin's not right,
The
man.
chin's not right.
And you guys will never know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys would
I
never
didn't
know.
even,
I guess
how did
we'll
I
never
not
know.
see this picture of Beardo Moggin at the airport?
I guess
I was
we'll never
mogging
know.
on him,
I do
dude.
remember that now. I do remember seeing
I
that
don't
because he
remember this
posted like all
picture.
the things. I was like, oh.
Not everybody can be mogging at 4 a.m. like Fear the Beardo.
Very
Mhm.
true. Very true.
Just saying. All right. Speaking of mogging, do we have Rumble Wallet?
Yeah, we do. I was gonna try to do Macho Man, but I don't think I have it today. I don't know.
That's fine.
We'll just do, excuse me. Why don't you tell me? I have a question for the panel.
Yeah.
How much control do you actually have over your money?
I wish I had a lot more, Jesse.
It's important because instead of burying it in the backyard wrapped in corn tortillas like I've been doing, I decided to go another route. I decided to look into the future, into my magical crystal ball I stole from a medicine man in Africa while I was in the Navy SEALs, and I saw something. And let me tell you what I saw.
What'd you see?
Technology has changed everything, and now it's changing how money works. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it started as a niche, but now it's going mainstream.
That's right.
Faster payments.
What?
More control.
What?
Fewer middlemen.
What?
This isn't hype. It's just where things are going.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then getting started today is easier than you think. That's where Rumble Wallet comes in.
Let's
With
go.
Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin. I mentioned that earlier. If you didn't, I set that up.
Yep.
Hold dollar-backed stable coins. The dollar is the most powerful currency in the world.
It is.
And even own digital gold backed by real gold.
Backed
all
by
in one
real
place.
gold.
Whoa.
What does that mean? I know a lot of people are asking digital gold. Well, Jesse, I've never heard of that. Well, guess what? If you decide to buy digital gold and you get in your aquatic vehicle and drive over to Spain in Europe, that's a European country, and you say, I want my gold in real gold, not just digital, they have to give it to you.
They have to.
They have to.
Nice.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
They have it in their vault. I've seen it. I've been to Spain many times. I go there quite often.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, setup is very simple. It connects with MoonPay.
Moon.
Have you ever heard of MoonPay before? Have you heard of the moon?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of the moon. We've
Yeah.
never actually been there. They faked it. They hired Stanley Kubrick to fake the moon landing, but that's okay because MoonPay is real. It's not faked and it's not backed by Stanley Kubrick.
Israel?
So you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account, and you can be up and running in minutes. Not hours, not days, Steph. Minutes.
Minutes.
With MoonPay.
Minutes.
It's not about the amount. It's
No.
about getting in early and understanding what's coming next.
Yep.
And once you're set up, you can even tip your favorite Rumble creator like Geeks and Gamers. I hear they're a pretty cool guy. I pretty cool guys and gals. There's girls too. We like women around here mostly.
Some of them.
Some of them. I like my 7th ex-wife a lot. I was quite fond of her actually. We still talk occasionally. Now, do this, scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. And from there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game.
You're in the game.
Take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. Shout out to Rumble and Rumble Wallet.
Rumble Wallet.
We love Rumble Wallet.
It's in the game.
Somebody
It's
said Jeremy
in
cool. I
the
didn't say
game.
Jeremy was cool. Let's back off on that. I said Geeks and Gamers has some pretty cool people in it.
Yep. And we all get a cut. We all
Every
get a
single
cut
one
from
of
that
us get a
Geeks and
cut.
Gamers Rumble Wallet.
Yep.
We do.
We
We sign
do?
contracts.
We
Yep.
all collectively suckle on that teat together.
We do.
It's a dirty
do.
teat.
All right, we're an hour and a half in. We still haven't even talked about Masters of the Universe. Holy shit.
haven't mentioned it at all
Masters of the Universe coming out this weekend. I'm seeing it Friday. X-Wing seeing it Friday. Steph's seeing it today. And Mike saw it last night. Masters of the Universe. Man. Masters of the Universe box office projections point to a disastrous opening weekend. Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh, no. Jay's most affected. A lot of us have been looking forward to this movie. I know I am. And based off of what I've seen from some reviews, embargo reviews and stuff, is that it's a comedy. It's almost kind of like a parody of itself. And surprisingly, Jared Leto, kind of good in this movie as Skeletor.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Kind of good.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. With the reviews saying this is a comedy, it doesn't take itself too seriously, it's almost a parody. That's kind of what Masters of the Universe needs to be.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depending on how they do it.
I as long as there are moments that feel like it's honoring the source material, like, you know, you feel like He-Man's transformation stuff is cool and Skeletor is like a bad guy, I'm pretty much cool with however they'd want to do this, honestly. But yeah, I do think the self-referential stuff and the humor can be good for it. But, you know, as I said last night, I think there's a fine line where it gets into parody, you know, or satire versus like just a good movie. So it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. The latest box office tracking for Amazon, MGM, and Mattel's Master of the Universe should have executives in Castle Grayskull reaching for the panic button. Despite months of marketing and recognizable brand name, and generally positive reactions to the film's trailers, the live-action adaptation for the beloved He-Man franchise is currently tracking for a disappointing domestic debut of just $25 million to $35 million. That's not merely below expectations for a film carrying a reported $170 million production budget. It's the kind of opening that raises immediate questions about whether a planned franchise can survive long enough to get a sequel. What's making the situation even more concerning is who appears poised to beat it at the box office. Scary Movie 6, a comedy sequel arriving with a fraction of the budget and far less visual spectacle, is currently tracking significantly higher, with projections ranging from $35 million to as much as $52 million. Wow. If those numbers hold, one of the most recognizable toy brands of the 1980s could find itself losing opening weekend to a parody franchise that many assumed had been dormant for good. So word of mouth is going to carry this movie. I think we all agree. And that's that's just the trend. That's how the movie theaters have been going for these films. Just look at Obsession and just recent movies. Obsession, Backrooms. Yep. It's word of mouth, man. Social media and trusting the YouTubers who have good opinions, who you trust, who you've been listening for a long time. Those people have the power, not the paid shills who are these production companies can do no wrong. It's the little guy and word of mouth.
The criticlesses.
Yep. Word of mouth is the new currency in these realms. That's how you actually make movies successful, because a lot of people don't trust studios anymore, and they don't trust marketing anymore. So marketing has like way less of an impact than it used to. I mean, it still does have an impact, but really what it is it's about like audience perception. And right now, like Obsession and Backrooms are like must-see movies.
Yeah.
And so people are running to them. I think the other problem we talked about is, you know, Master of the Universe isn't just working against itself. You know, it's coming out against, you know, Scary Movie, which, yes, we all thought that franchise was pretty much dead, but the Wayans coming back to it was what sparked, like, they brought everybody back that they could. Yeah. I think that's going to be a huge thing. The fact that they're selling it and marketing it as an irreverent comedy that's making fun of everything and everybody like they used to, that's a huge boon. It's going to draw a lot of people back, especially people my age who grew up when Scary Movie was just coming out. And then you also have the fact that they're dealing with Obsession and Backrooms, who are picking up more steam every week. That's going to be a tough one to sell to, because that's where Gen Z is currently going. They're the ones flocking to these films. And then you have what, in a week after that comes out, or 2 weeks after it comes out, you got Toy Story coming down the pipe. Like, what do you do at that point, man? I don't know.
Battle.
Yeah, I don't know how you beat that or fight that. Even good word of mouth may carry this movie to like a level of some level of profitability. But I don't think you can go toe to toe with Scary Movie. I don't think you can go toe to toe with Toy Story and win that fight. I just don't see it happen.
I don't even know if like word of mouth could carry it to a level of profitability, maybe close to a even point.
Yeah,
but considering this movie costs like what was it, $170 million to make? Like the budget for this movie was crazy.
Yeah.
That yeah, it would need positive word of mouth and walk up traffic in order to get like a good opening weekend. This movie is going to survive on opening weekend alone. That's it. Just it is going to rely on being so front loaded to make a lot of that money back.
Yep.
Gen Z, the walk up traffic for Gen Z has been rising week by week, and I don't think that like this is a movie that would honestly get them to the theater because they have no nostalgia for He-Man or for Masters of the Universe. There's really and they're also tired of nostalgia projects to begin with, right? So
I agree. Yeah.
So there's nothing really to incentivize them to go to watch this movie unless it somehow becomes like a TikTok trend or something. That's it. That's the only thing that would make them or give them any incentive to go and watch this movie. Now, I did read like a review that said that like this movie has a lot of nostalgia, has a lot of hidden gems for the fans of Masters of the Universe, to where the regular normie like won't pick up on it. So I mean that's kind of a positive for this movie. That means that this movie was made for the fans. But reading other reviews for this movie also gives you pause.
Yes.
Because like, are those just normies that don't understand Masters of the Universe, in the franchise and all the lore, or are those genuine like reviews from people that just don't like this movie because they are fans of Masters of the Universe? Like, so it can go either way. I was looking forward to this movie. I was looking forward to watching it. It looked interesting. I like Jared Leto's Skeletor voice, but I don't know. Like reading the reviews, it can go either way.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
What a mess, man.
So we'll see. We'll be the first ones to tell you because we all have tickets. Mike's already seen it.
I have not seen it yet.
I swear you said you did.
No, I said some Blaine, Criticalist Blaine.
Oh, that's right. He's seeing it today.
Gets to see it today. I don't even know how he did that.
I get you guys confused a lot.
I know we look a lot.
They
alike.
look very similar.
Yeah, we look very similar. It's a common occurrence. I'm not mad at you. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I also am, the second most followed guy on a Criticalist. I get it. Not mad about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see it as soon as I can. I'm pretty excited for it, but yeah, it's not looking good. Regardless, like I feel bad for him, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. We are live on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. Shout out to the Kick audience, the Rumble audience, and of course the YouTube audience. We're everywhere. We're on all platforms. So
yes,
make sure you guys are following us over on different outlets and stuff in case YouTube is doing some fuck shit. They were doing some fuck shit last night to Nerdrotic Live. So be careful out there and protect your money with Rumble Wallet MoonPay.
With Rumble Wallet with MoonPay.
Yep.
MoonPay.
All right, let's power through and get the hell out of here. Let's make like a tree and get the hell out of here.
I respect that. Yeah.
Robert James Films with it too. How the fuck Lex out of jail after killing thousands of people?
Oh, Robert T. James. Well, if you didn't know, you obviously didn't watch season 2 of Peacemaker, which means you avoided the first couple episodes where they show an entire orgy happening in Peacemaker's house and a bunch of flaccid penises dangling. Yeah, you actually have to watch season 2 of Peacemaker, and they explain that the U.S. government let Lex out of jail to help them build like these gates so they can transport problematic like metahumans and prisoners to like an alternate reality where they're like set off on their own, and so they're like shipping them out of the world so they don't have to deal with them. Yep, that is a canon storyline that explains how Lex got out of jail. Now, will they probably re-explain it in Man of Tomorrow? I'm sure they will. But if you didn't watch Peacemaker, you wouldn't know, and it wouldn't make sense to you. And guess what? It shouldn't make sense to you because you shouldn't have to watch Peacemaker to know what the fuck's going on in the world.
Yeah.
especially with a major development like that. So,
yeah. Thank you, Robert T. James, for the 2. SC with a 5. It's the afterlife of the gods, so she's just going to run the same gauntlet Kratos did, only she'll do it better than Kratos because women get it done.
That's right.
I
Pregnant
hate
women.
it. Pregnant women, I hate it. SC, thank you for the $5. You're right. Salty Bum Ryu with a $2 says 20 minutes of uninterrupted cutscenes.
Yep.
Thank you.
probably.
Teddy M with the 2 says Happy Pride Month, Miki. Joy in celebrating you.
I don't want your congratulations. No, thank you.
Ominous gel cube. Ominous gel cube.
Yeah, good job.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
You did.
Ominous.
You got there.
Ominous gel cube with the 2 says weird goofy sidekick. At least I'm not a DEI hire. Oh, and it's a picture of the cube.
Who
Look
knew?
at that.
Jack Quaid watches the show, huh?
Yeah,
Who knew?
Like that.
Hey, shout out to Jack. Thank you for the 2. SBZ with a 5. Joel to Ellie and to Abby. Jin to Atsu. Nathan Drake to Chloe. Kratos to Faye. Who's next? And when will it stop? I just saw a great image. I think I bookmarked it. Yep, here we go. Hey, shout out to my boy, Silver Fox Gamer, who posted this. Silver Fox posted this. Look at this. And they will keep replacing strong male characters with female characters and then gaslight you into submission. Check this out. You got Kratos to Faye, Geralt to Ciri, Joel to Ellie, Jin to whatever, Ataku, Nathan Drake to Chloe, and then Silk
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight people.
Yeah.
This Hollow Knight is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
true.
The unfortunate
That
part
was
is like
crazy.
it does undercut things that were set up if you've played the games, like, you know, Ciri to Geralt made sense to an extent. You could see that happening, or like even Hollow Knight to Silk Song, you could see those things happening because spoiler alert for Hollow Knight, if you haven't played it, he does appear in the game at one point. So he's not absent from the game, but you are correct in that it's happening so frequently that it ruins the moments where it's actually earned in the story because they're so obsessed with trying to add that female representation in. So,
And what's the
big
second to
bummer.
last one? Is this Hades? What is this?
that's Hades, yes.
Yep. So there you go. Shout out to Silver Fox Gamer. He's funny.
Yeah.
Funny guy. Thank
Funny
you,
guy.
SPZ, for the 5. Bathuman with a 10. Leaks 2 years ago were proven with this new info, and the story is trash. Key lore is changed, and Wolverine goes through the same emasculation Peter went through in Spider-Man 2. Sweet Baby Inc. wasn't fired, just hidden.
Yep.
Peter.
Yep.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Lois, remember how you always wanted a real diamond engagement ring? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a horse. Peter, that's retarded. No, Lois, it's a retarded horse. Thank you, Bathuman, for the
good.
$10.
That was good.
That's really good, yeah.
That was good.
Thanks. B Ounce with a $20 says, as someone that played all the mainline God of War games, Faye would be a cool protagonist, as from the secrets we learn about in Ragnarok, she fought Thor and tried to start a revolution. I hope it'll be good like the other Norse games. And here's the thing. I think as far as gameplay and graphics and combat, I'm sure it's going to be fine and it's going to be fun. But nobody asked for this. We don't need it. And for me, it's going to ruin the mystery of what Faye was and who she was. Let the audience decide. We don't need to be fucking told. But thank you, B-Ounce. I'm sure it's going to play fine. Device Nexus with a 2 says, there's a reason indie games are so big now.
Yep. Indie games and indie movies.
Thank you for the 2. Taker with a 5. These devs think they're all Steve Jobs. You don't know what you want. Let me show you what you want. La Fey, a God of War story. It worked for Solo. Yeah, thank you for the 5. GQ Beardo with $1. Linebeck with the 2. Remember when Alana stole art and reposted it?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Story.
I don't.
Yeah. She's been getting in a lot of trouble for lying. So
I heard some horrible stuff that she was like sleeping her way to the top in Santa Monica Studios.
it's very possible.
She was doing the Lewinsky Kamala Harris, ladder of success through the Santa Monica studios. Yeah. GQ Beardo, well, that's what they were saying to her, allegedly. GQ Beardo with $1, thank you. GQ Beardo with another $1, thank you. GQ Beardo with another $1, thank you. Alexander the Viking with a 50. Have you guys followed the stabbing of Henry Novak? There's riots in the streets in the UK now. It's like Fent Droid 2.0, but it's justifiable rioting.
No,
I have. Yeah, I know a little bit. It is sad. Thank you for the $50, Alexander the Viking.
Infuriating, sad and infuriating. It's terrible.
Mark Andre Roy with a 199. Dune 3 will gross more than the Odyssey. Book it. Bink.
Listen, I
looking forward to my golf game, buddy.
Maybe now.
Absolutely love it if that happened. I think it would be completely deserved.
I think at this point, I want it to happen too.
Yeah, I very much do want it to happen. But we'll see. It's going to be a tough fight for Dune because of its previous box office outing. So,
Cal Lyle with a 2 depopulation scheme.
I mean,
what
there's
is
a
it?
lot of that. Yeah.
Bill Gates is making ticks that fucking make you allergic to red meat, man.
It's scary.
Yep.
Donald Trump is releasing ice people into the streets.
Yep. And they're making the fucking frogs gay, man.
They're making the frogs gay. That's one thing I'll agree with Alex about is the frogs weren't as gay
Frogs
before.
are fucking gay, Joe Rogan.
They're making the frogs gay.
They're making the fucking frogs gay.
They're making human-animal hybrids in China. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yep. Andre CR with a 1,000. Era Deke Ader. Beardo, 2026.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Eric's a dictator.
Ray and me with a 199 should have sold through eBay.
Right?
I forgot that he said that.
Sly Rye with a 5. Minifig still sounds like a slur to me, kind of like a Kata-sized Jeremy, or maybe a less fig-like Jeremy. Thank you for the 5, Sly Rye. Tender Rat with a 5. AMC Theaters had its strongest May theater attendance in a while. Netflix CEO said theater experience is dead, but he's wrong. Just make good movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Thank you for the 5. Corn Pop with a 199 for the originator of the 199. Thank you.
Bad dude.
Tobias Nexus with a 5. Patreon keeps pulling any not safe for work content creators like artists and designers kneeling to companies. They need this as a win to try to save face. Thank you, Tobias, for the 5. M2M2M with a $5. It's wild seeing that Jared Leto's Skeletor is apparently the best part of Masters of the Universe, according to several reviews. It's the crescendo. That's what I've heard too.
Crescendo?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Well, you said crescendo, but yeah, that's
it depends on what country you're from.
That's true.
What language you speak. Yeah. I'm trying to be inclusive.
That's okay. Yeah, I get it.
SBZ with the 2. Reckless Beardo. Give me back my son. Thank you for the 2. M2M2M with a $2. Karen Page, actress, is Fish Face. Yeah, I said it.
What?
I think she's pretty.
So. Yeah, I think she's very pretty.
Thank you for the 2. Hambley the Hut with $1. Thank you. The Dude Lou with the 2 months. I'm a master baiter. I always get the biggest fish.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Heavy D with a 2. Beardo, proud of you. Not one single Caleb today. Thank you. Sith Lord Kratos with a 5. I should be the lead in every game that says God of War. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. Thank you for the 5. Jesus Davila with a gifted Geeks and Gamers membership. Thank you, Jesus. Gregory Liver with a 2. Mike is the guy, Candy. Gay.
Thanks.
Thank you for the 2. PP Poopo Man with $1. Thank you. Corn Pop with a 199. Read me, Alberto. I dare you. Okay. Thank you.
What?
Dark Crusader BCL with a $5. How would you all rank Nick Cage's comic character roles? Ghost Rider, Spider-Man Noir, Big Daddy. Big Daddy, was that his name in Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
Big Daddy's name in Kick-Ass.
Was rad, dude.
Yeah.
He was pretty much Batman.
Yeah, that scene though with him in that movie, dude, when he's like just
If Ghost Rider 2 never happens, Ghost Rider's up there. I like that.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider's cool.
Ghost Rider's really good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed.
I like Ghost Rider. The first one with Sam Elliott. That was sick. Dude.
Yeah,
when
dude,
Sam Elliott turns into the Ghost Rider on the horse, bro.
We got one last ride in us. I'm like,
yeah,
come on, dude.
That was sick. It was sick. Thank you, Dark Crusader, with the 5. Sith Lord Kratos with a 5. The cube is literally from Guardians of the Galaxy game from a few years ago. Never played that one. Thank you. Jesus Davila with a 2. Very solid Peter impression, Beardo. Thanks. I just tried something. M2M2M with a $10. Masters of the Universe is not as big of a franchise as Transformers or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or G.I. Joe, but you still have to respect the source material. Needlessly, mocking IPs has become so damn oversaturated nowadays. Yeah, thanks, Taika Waititi.
Mm-hmm.
He's to blame. Thank you for the 10.
Yep.
Dumb Old Bear with a 109. This is just like the time I was in the gay GQ magazine.
Oh,
Is that stands for Gay Quarterly?
Is that so? Is that so? Let me check Rumble real quick, see if we have anything that I missed. Does not look like it. Again, shout out to the Kick Rumble audience as well as the YouTube audience. We're all caught up. We're all done. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of your hair. Epic Mike, what do you got? I learned from a very popular YouTuber to just cough right into your microphone.
Yeah. Get right in their ears. They love it.
I don't know.
Epic Mike, what do you got going on today?
I might do a video. I don't really like doing reviews. Sometimes I just get because I ramble. So I might just talk about Obsession and back rooms and my thoughts about them without necessarily doing like a review on them. If you want to do a review, just go and look on Criticlist. That's where you can go look at my reviews and go follow me over on Criticlist. Second most followed person over there. That's important to me. It soothes my ego, makes me feel important. I don't feel important very often. And then I'll be doing streams and stuff throughout the week, so be sure to check me out on my channel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
X-Wing 5.
Bro Science today, 4:00. Come say what's up there, and then I'm gonna be on the road, boys. You're not gonna see me for a while. We'll make Jeremy happy. I'm gonna be gone for 2 whole weeks, so I'm not gonna see you guys. I got work, real work.
Real work? What does that mean?
Real work.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I gotta go do
Outside
work.
of online?
Yeah,
X-Wing doesn't
What?
think being a YouTuber is real work.
I have to do both.
X-Wing has
Both.
Both. Shout out to X-Wing 5. Steph, my nerdy home.
Bro Science today.
Are you on Bro Science?
And then after that, we have Mario Kart over on Geeks and Gamers Play.
I didn't get an invite to Bro Science.
I'm not invited to Bro Science. I just
Yeah,
I'm promoting Bro Science.
Hey, we appreciate
I thought I would help
Thought
Beardo
maybe-
promote Bro Science. He just laughed in my face.
We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, it was funny. It was unexpected. That's why I laughed.
Beardo
was
doesn't invite me to
unexpected.
Bro Science at all. I haven't been on there in months.
Well, it's Jugs of June, and we're gonna be objectifying and objectifying women this month. So I don't know how you feel about that whole thing.
I just thought we were
Jugs of June.
I just thought we were
I don't care.
Big old slow-mo bouncing jiggly boobs all month. Jugs of June.
I just thought me and Beardo were closer than that. I guess it's just fucking.
Have you watched The Raid? Raid Redemption?
I can.
Wait, aren't we? I thought it was just The Raid. Isn't Redemption the sequel?
No, the full title of the movie is The Raid Redemption.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I've never seen
Red
it.
Dead Redemption.
Gonna watch it.
Well, that's what we're watching today. I'm gonna go watch it right now for Bro Science. So yes, Bro Science today, 4 p.m. Eastern. Mario Kart World with the members tonight over on Geeks and Gamers Play. And we got 2 more super chats. BMC CV with the 10 says 1 more super chat. Thank you. Not really. Tobias with a 5. Mike, you can't ramble worse than I did trying to talk about Zootopia 2 alone. Luckily, I had Night Saber and Steph asking questions to keep me going.
I'm just asking questions.
I'm just asking
yeah.
questions.
Well, shout out.
Oh yeah. All right, boys. Thank you guys
You
so
know-
much.
You know what today is, Beardo?
Hump
June
day.
3rd.
It's game 1. NBA Finals. Game 1.
Game 1.
Yeah. This
Last night was game 1 for the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, and what a hell of a game that was last night.
I didn't freaking watch last night.
I watched the whole thing live on Main Event.
Yeah.
We are how many days away now? We are like imminently just a few days away from, or a few weeks away from New York destroying itself, because they said if no matter what happens, New York's getting destroyed.
Well, and celebrating is going to sound a lot different in New York. If the Knicks win,
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of chants and celebrations. Allahu Akbar! And then...
Yeah. Yep. But what are if you go watch those interviews like that those guys were doing on the streets and stuff, like one guy looks at the camera, he goes, "If we win, we burn in this city to the fucking ground."
I love when Beardo just randomly yells. Like,
Yeah, I love. Yeah. Dude, it's pretty wild. So listen, pray for New York. You know,
pray for New York.
Pray
man.
for New York.
the Spurs are going to
matter
win
what.
if you believe in the prediction of the basketball corgi.
Well, also Danhausen also cursed. Who are they going up against right now?
Who? The Spurs and the Knicks.
What? Knicks.
The Spurs. He
Spurs and
cursed the Spurs, and he also cursed the Cavaliers, and they lost. So like, I don't know. He you know, Danhausen might be predicting this. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. Shout out to the mods, the
appreciate
members,
you.
the lurkers, everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for supporting over on YouTube, Rumble, Rumble Wallet, and Kick. We'll catch you guys later on our channels. And for Geeks and Gamers Play Mario Kart tonight, you guys have a good one. Catch you later. Geeks and Gamers, we're out.
Bye.
Bye everybody.